Hi everyone, good morning, good evening, good night. So, do you hear me? Do you see me? So, welcome another day, and today in the emotional week related to the heart chakra. If you see it bad, it doesn't matter. It's better if you see it bad because that way you don't see my tired face. Um, so, I remind you that the information that I'm going to talk about today is related to the things that I wrote today in the blog, which is about feel. So, first of all, let's try to understand the differences between emotion and feeling, which are in such a way different but coming from the same thing. So, first of all, let's remember that emotion is a reaction. It's a chemical and electrical reaction within myself, which was impulsed by something from the outside. So, for example, an emotion could be to joy, joy, or to be happy. Which one would be in English? To be happy, I guess. That, for example, something that I don't know is funny, and something makes me laugh, and something makes me feel joy in that moment. Okay, so joy is not something that you feel constantly. Okay, it's just a reaction of something that is happening outside that makes me joy, that makes me feel joy. So different is to be happy, because this means that I achieve to feel the happiness through my life. So let's try to say this in English. How to make the difference? How to make the difference between emotion and feeling? In English, you say it exactly the same. In Spanish, it's different. So I will try to try to explain it. So we have two different ways to express with the verb to be. Okay, with the verb to be has two different meanings. One is to be now, in this moment, which is kind of like stay. Okay, so it's like you have the I am to express that staying in one same spot. Okay, like here and now, I am doing this, I am doing that. Okay, is the concept of doing something or staying in one place. Okay, and in the other hand, you have the to be, which is to be you, like I am this, I am that. Okay, to express what I am, and the other one is to express what I am doing in a constant moment. Okay, so these are the two aspects of to be. So the emotions would be those moments when you say to be, but just in one specific time and specific space. Like I am enjoying it, for example, which would be the explanation for joy. Enjoying, yes, I am enjoying this. And the other one would be I am joyful. Okay, just to make the comparison. This is the two ways of understanding the to be. Okay, I am being this and to be. Okay, so I am enjoying this and I am joyful. Okay, so these are the differences between what we would say an emotion is experiencing something in a specific moment and space, and the other one refers to what you are, okay, what makes you be. That's the feeling. So the thing is this: to understand better what is a feeling, we have to recognize this. An emotion is the reaction of something that happened outside. Okay, so it's just a reaction of a consequence. It's a consequence of a cause. Okay, which comes from the outside. So what is a feeling? A feeling is the result of one of those emotions repeating constantly through your life, and is so it has been repeated so many times that you made that emotion as something is yours, like if it's really a part of you. Okay, so now as the emotion is something from the outside had caused as a reaction within me, the feeling would be something that I inherit, that I accepted as mine because of the repetition. So it means that from within it will create a reaction towards the outside. So we would say that an emotion is a reaction from an outer impulse, and a feeling is the reaction of an inside impulse, inner impulse. But let's remember this, that a feeling is just the assimilation of an emotion that has been repeated many times. So we would say that the feeling is an evolutionary tool, is something that I took from the outside and made it my own. So now I have it as a tool, as a own tool of my own personality to develop better ways of my own self. So this is why basically feelings are an aspect that define how we act in our lives. So basically, at the same way our eyes has been proof and mistake once and again through all the history of evolution, so we could see what we see now, so feelings has been the proof and mistakes of so many emotions that we have felt through history, that now we use it to feel how we perceive the world. So we could say that the feelings are also a filter that allows us to perceive the reality around us. So as we have said before, that the beliefs are ideas that were built in order to understand the world around me. So feelings are emotions that were built inside of me to feel and perceive the world around me. So this is also, the feelings, a tool to help us understand how we filter the perception that we have from the world and how the world perceives ourselves. And this is also why it's so difficult for a human, for an individual, to perceive the truth, the neutral truth around us. So This is because, as the same way our eyes has been designed to perceive a specific amount of frequencies inside a whole vibration, our feelings were designed to perceive a specific amount of frequency inside this same vibration. So we could say that the same frame that our eyes can see of the reality is the same frame that our heart can perceive of the reality. So we have to acknowledge this. If we now know that what we see is just one aspect of the whole reality, so what we feel is also just one aspect of the whole reality. So this is why what we see and what we feel is limited. So this is why we enter in conflict when we start to perceive the world and we say, no, this thing is bad, or I don't believe in that because I don't feel it, or this thing is bad, or I think this is good, I feel that this is good. So this means that we are limited by the frame of frequency that we are allowed to feel, to perceive. So let's remember when we spoke about this person that vibrates in approximately 700 hertz. So this person is watching this universe all in color red, because that's the hertz that you need to see the red color. So you see all red. So this person can see all the reality red. So if I change the frequency in this vibration, what I'm going to see is the color orange, then the yellow. So this is what we call parallel realities. So for example, the person that vibrates in red, because this is a lower vibration than the other ones, so it will feel more anger. And this is why also we can relate the chakras and the colors with some emotions. So depending on the vibration, on the frequency, I will see a color, but I will also relate that with a feeling or an emotion. So we start to divide the reality in different frames and different aspects. But what are we doing? Just to perceive and interpret the universe from the vibration and the frequency I am vibrating myself. But inside this universe, we have thousands of perspectives and thousands of vibrations. So when I realize myself that even if I am just perceiving the universe from my color and feeling it through my emotion, suddenly I recognize that there is much more, that is too much more. What I start to do is just to realize that this was just my perception of a reality that is bigger than my perception. And I become conscious. I open my mind, so I become conscious. So to be conscious is not to go outside my own frequency and vibration. To be conscious is to realize that even if I have my own perception of the reality, there are billions of them, and I can accept all of them. So the reason why is suddenly I realized that the vibration that I am perceiving is just part of the same wave that connects us all. So one of the things that this helps us to understand is what is unconditional love. So why this vibration why this vibration would help us to understand unconditional love? Because love means eternity. So let's remember this. The spatial, the base concept of love, we call that ether. And the time concept of love, we call eternal. Space and time of love, ether and eternal. They come from the same word. So this means that everything that exists is created by ether that also is eternal. So this is why this all vibration that connects us all, that connects everything, we call it the eternity and the ethereal reality, the ethereal vibration. So what is unconditional love? To realize that everything that exists is eternal, and one only thing that transforms itself constantly and that has thousands of perspectives. This is why we used to say that love is infinite, that love is the base of everything. So for me, is working perfect now. So I don't know. Maybe now you hear me better. So when we are talking about feeling and feeling love, what it really means is to open yourself to realize that your perception and your feeling is just a tiny part of the whole thing that exists. And that's unconditional love. So before I can love unconditionally the whole thing, what should I do? Basically, to accept this tiny part that I can perceive. So the thing is that I cannot love the whole if I am not being able to love this tiny part, which is mine. So this is why we have to make ourselves these questions. What are the feelings that the world perceives in me, and what are the feelings that I use to perceive the world? So, and look at this, that I am not talking about how to vibrate higher, how to be more aware, how to become conscious, how to rise my vibration to be something different. Because everything that we usually try to do by saying that is to escape what we are. And picture this example. Water. When water wants to become gas, from the liquid to gas, or from solid to liquid, it doesn't separate from the other reality and just go away to vibrate higher. It just recognizes its own shape and transforms itself into a different thing. So basically, we have to acknowledge that everything that exists, that myself, is just an expression of everything. And I cannot go away into another different reality by going in a higher vibration or lower vibration. Because yourself, you, are all of those vibrations. So before you can change into another one, you have to acknowledge where you are and how are you. Let's make this human example. Let's picture that we are in a building with 7 floors. So you start to hear in this building the gossip, the rumors that in the 7th floor there is someone called God, and it's amazing to be in the 7th floor. It's like the best. So sometimes these rumors starts to be heard, and sometimes you would hear that in the 7th floor everything is amazing, like wonderful, and other one that says to you that someone told me that there was a guy that came from the 7th and he came back like a Christ. So everyone would say, oh my God, I want to be part of the 7th. The 7th would be amazing. So what is the question that you have to do to yourself, to make yourself, in order to reach the 7th? It's very easy, the question that I have to make myself. The first question that I have to make to myself is, in which floor am I? Because of course it's not the same to say I am in the 6th floor, or in the 1st floor, or even worse, in the basement, in the parking zone. So the next question that I have to make myself is, what am I doing in this floor? Why? What is my job in this floor? So the question would be after that, what is the people around me? Who are them? What am I doing with them? So then I have to make my question, why I want to go to the 7th? Because of the rumors, or because I'm not feeling fine where I am? So basically, before I leave, I have to acknowledge, okay, I had a job here. So what I have to do is to try to figure out who around me is the most qualified person to do my job when I leave. So I have to prepare that person and to, of course, become a master for that person. So before I have to leave, I have to look into my desk and to see what is my mess. So I cannot leave the desk just by saying bye and here's my problem. No, I have to solve my problems, everything that I hadn't solved before, so he could keep going with the work before I leave. So I have to solve my own problems. So now that I am being able to solve all my problems in my desk, to teach to this other person that will replace my spot, now I can go to the main hall and to ask somebody that goes there, hey, how do I get to the 7th floor? So there is a guide at the hall that tells me there are 2 ways you can reach the 7th floor. By the lift, the elevator, or the stairs. And of course, what I would say is, I want to go to the 7th, fast, like so. The elevator. So the guy tells you that way. But you go to the lift with a belief that the seventh is great, and with another belief that there I will feel myself so good. So I go to the lift and I start to ascend. So I go from one dimension to the other, like fast, really fast. So you reach the seventh floor. Suddenly the doors are open and there's a lot of light. You cannot see anything. It's too bright. And suddenly you see the shape of this man, this person, whoever, and that gives you a lot of books and stuff, and he put that in your arms and says to you, oh, you are the new one, really? So I need you to bring this to the basement. Is what happened to the new ones. So they're straight to the hell. When you go too fast, nobody knows you. So what do I have to do to go there? I have to prepare, to make my contacts, to meet the people, to make the way into this place. I have to also live away my expectations. And this is what happened to everyone that ascend too fast. See? So this is why we have to go step by step, perceiving everything that we see, accepting everything that we are. So the way you can go in another level is by being the best in your own level. So when you get as the best in your own floor, what happens is that the other ones see how you handle your own reality. So they come to you and they say, hey, we saw what you did. Really amazing. So why did you come with us? You will have a place. This is a very basic and capitalistic way of seeing the universe, but humans understand it better. Then the joke of the universe is that when you reach the seventh floor, it was yourself being the ruler of everything, sitting there in the chair saying hi. But anyway, that's how the universe is. So all this explanation is for you to understand the importance of go step by step. So the goal of all this is to try to help us understand that the first thing that we have to do is to acknowledge in which floor we are, what is the space that I occupied in this spot, in this floor, and then once I do that, I have to become the best in what I do in that floor. So let's remember that feeling is to the heart what belief is for the mind. So it's just a perception, and is the perception the tool that helps me to accomplish my reality, my mission here and now. So I remind you the question of the task for today. So the question would be, what are the feelings that define myself in the world? So that would be how the world is perceiving me through my feelings, and how I perceive the world through my feelings. So let's do the meditation. So the vibration we are going to use today is Phi. It's not phi, it's phi. The code for today is the pattern law. The verb becomes the singing of the cosmic mother that nurtures her children in the warmth of her breast, feeding them from heaven with the elixir of life, the divine nourishment, love. The law sound is the vibration that expands the heart of the mother, that speaks about the creator that nurtures the children of the cosmos in all the kingdoms and elements of creation. So the statement for today is, I am the spark of the soul. Is it comfortable? Stretch, caress, and yawn. Caress all your body. I give thanks to the body for being the expression of the spirit in the matter. And I start to focus in my breathing as I relax the body. As I take deep breaths, with my imagination, I go with the oxygen through my nose towards the lungs, the heart, blood, organs, and muscles. I allow myself to feel the heat within my body and how this heat goes through my skin, expanding all around towards all the directions, moving the waves of a big ocean around me. I find myself floating inside this big ocean of vibration and energy. I allow myself to feel how the waves around move my body very soft to one side and another. So above me, I perceive the light of the sun, shining as the I am. Taking deep breath, start to go up towards the light, and I feel how I start to go outside the limits of the sea. Very soft, very slow, as if my head is an island emerging from the ocean. Take a deep breath and start to go up, feeling how your head is going over the water. With each breath, you feel the water going down to your forehead, eyebrows, eyes and ears. You feel the nose outside, how the water is going down by your lips, your chin, leaving all the head outside the water and going down, letting all your neck outside and feeling how the water is going down by your shoulders, your back and chest. You feel it around your arms below your shoulders. Letting the nipples over the water. Feeling the rest of the body below the sea. I contemplate around me all this huge ocean of emotions and feelings. Take a deep breath and recognize that every wave is an emotion, and that all the waves around complete your feelings, which are the history of your soul. I recognize that within my heart, my soul has registered every action, history that I have lived in the way of feelings. Feelings are the books of my soul's history. They are the experience from which I perceive the world and my reality. I recognize and allow the light of the sun, the I am, to dry my skin with its light, its heat, to bring clarity within. I feel the light of the I am in the crown, third eye, throat, on my heart, through all my skin. Take a deep breath and bring the light of the I am towards your heart, bringing clarity and consciousness to each one of the feelings of your soul. Vibrate, irradiating the light of the consciousness from the heart. I keep pronouncing the sound. Bring clarity to each one of your feelings. I am the spark of the soul. 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 I take my hands to my heart. I recognize that all my feelings are the experience of the soul. So this is why the feelings are the way in which I filter my perceptions of the world. I see the world through the eyes of what I have felt. So, by enlightening my soul, I can amplify the way in which I feel the world. I am the spark of the soul. I am the spark of the soul. I am the spark of the soul. Take a deep breath. So I start to bring this consciousness from my heart, carrying all the body, stretching and yawning. I come back here now, opening my eyes. All good? So in this way, we anchor the I am in the heart. So again, let's write down and analyze. So, as always, drink a lot of water, rest a lot to assimilate information, and see you tomorrow at the same time, as always. Bye.